Have you ever wanted to try something new? In this story, you will learn 6 important English words and discover what happens when one woman decides to start a brand new hobby. Our story is about a woman named Clara. Clara is 34 years old. She works in an office 5 days a week. Clara likes her job, but she feels tired at the end of every day. She wants to do something different after work. She wants to find a hobby. One evening, Clara is walking home. She passes a small building with big windows. Inside, she can see people painting at tables. Clara stops and looks. The room looks warm and quiet. She feels curious. There is a small sign on the door. It says, "Beginner Art Class, all welcome." Clara reads the sign twice. A beginner is someone who is starting something for the first time. They do not have experience yet. Clara is definitely a beginner. She has never painted before. Clara takes a photo of the sign with her phone. She walks home and thinks about it all evening. The next morning, she decides to join the class. She goes to the building on Tuesday evening. She opens the door slowly. There are about 10 people inside, sitting at tables with canvases in front of them. A friendly woman comes to greet her. The woman smiles and says, "Hello, I am the instructor here. My name is Marie." An instructor is a person who teaches a skill or activity. An instructor helps you learn step by step. Marie is the art instructor for this class. Marie shows Clara to an empty table. She gives Clara a small box. Inside the box, there are brushes, paints, and a white canvas. Clara looks at everything in the box. She feels a little nervous. She has never used these things before. Marie stands at the front of the room and says, "Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are going to talk about materials." Materials are the things you use to make or create something. In an art class, the materials include paint, brushes, canvas, and paper. Having good materials makes your work easier. Marie picks up a brush and says, "First, let me show you the basic technique for applying paint." Clara listens carefully. A technique is a specific way of doing something. A good technique helps you get better results. In painting, the technique controls how the paint looks on the canvas. Marie shows the class a simple technique. She holds the brush lightly and moves it in one smooth direction. She says, "Do not press too hard. Let the brush do the work." Clara picks up her brush. She tries the same movement. Her first line is not straight, but that is okay. She tries again, and again. Each time, the line looks a little better. Clara begins to relax. The class continues for 2 hours. This is the first session of the beginner art course. A session is one single meeting or period of an activity. Each session lasts 2 hours. The course has 8 sessions in total. Clara thinks this sounds like a lot, but she is excited. At the end of the first session, Marie walks around the room to look at everyone's work. She stops at Clara's table and smiles. Marie says, "This is a good start for your first time, Clara. You are learning the technique well." Clara feels very happy. Clara goes home and feels different from usual. She feels calm and satisfied. She is already looking forward to the next session. The following Tuesday, Clara comes back. She arrives a few minutes early. She arranges her materials on the table neatly. This time, Marie teaches the class a new technique. It is called blending. Blending means mixing 2 colors together smoothly on the canvas. Clara listens and watches the instructor carefully. Then she tries it herself. She puts blue paint next to yellow paint and moves her brush between them. The colors mix to make green. Clara is surprised. She laughs a little. She did not expect it to look so beautiful. A woman sitting next to Clara smiles at her. The woman says, "Your colors look great." Her name is Sophia. She has been coming to the class for 1 month. Clara and Sophia talk during the break. They discover that they both work in the same area of the city. They decide to walk to class together next week. The weeks pass. Clara goes to every session. She never misses a class. She always comes a few minutes early. By the fourth session, Clara can already do several techniques. She can blend colors. She can paint thin lines and thick lines. She can also mix her own colors on a palette. One evening, the instructor Marie asks Clara to show the class her blending technique. Clara feels nervous, but she stands up. Clara picks up her brush. She shows the group exactly how she mixes the colors. Everyone watches. When she finishes, they all clap. Clara sits down and feels warm inside. 1 month ago, she was too nervous to even pick up a brush. Now she is showing others what to do. At the end of the session, Marie says, "I want everyone to think about their progress this month." Progress means the improvement you make over time. When you get better at something, that is progress. Marie says, "Every one of you has made real progress. You came as beginners, and now you all have skill." Clara looks at her own paintings and feels proud. At the final session, number 8, the class holds a small show. Each student puts their best painting on the wall. Friends and family are invited to come. Clara chooses a painting of a sunset over a lake. She used the blending technique to mix the orange, pink, and purple sky. It is her favorite piece. Her friend from work, Anna, comes to see the show. Anna looks at Clara's painting for a long time. Then she says, "Clara, this is really beautiful. I did not know you could paint." Clara smiles and says, "I could not paint 2 months ago. I just kept going to each session and I practiced the techniques. That is all." Anna nods and says, "I want to try too." After the show, Clara speaks with the instructor Marie. Clara says, "I want to continue. Is there a more advanced class?" Marie smiles and hands her a new schedule. Clara walks home that night with the new schedule in her hand. She thinks about the first evening she walked past the building. She almost did not go inside. She is glad she went inside. She found a new hobby. She found new friends. And she discovered something important about herself. She can learn new things. Now, let us review the 6 key words from this story. Are you ready? Listen carefully. Number 1, beginner. A beginner is someone who is doing something for the first time. They do not have experience yet. Clara was a beginner at painting. Number 2, instructor. An instructor is a person who teaches a skill. The instructor explains and shows you how to do something step by step. Number 3, materials. Materials are the things you use to make or create something. Paint, brushes, and canvas are the materials for painting. Number 4, technique. A technique is a specific way of doing something. Using the right technique helps you get better results. Number 5, session. A session is one single meeting or period of time for an activity. Clara's art class had 8 sessions. Number 6, progress. Progress is the improvement you make over time. When you practice and get better, you are making progress. Well done for listening to the whole story. You practiced your English and you learned 6 important words. That is real progress, just like Clara. Try to use one of today's words in a sentence today. You can write it in the comments below. We would love to read what you write. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to Fluent Story English. We publish new stories every week to help you improve your English naturally. See you in the next story.